Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.
Hello and welcome to the 5th season of Lessons in Marketing Excellence. I'm Shruti Mishra. And today we bring you the first of the 5-part semi-finals at IIM, where the competition has now moved on to the national level. The winners of the campus round from India's top 12 B schools, along with the 3 wildcard entries, will go head-to-head in the battle to clinch the final 3 spots in the grand finale. The marketing challenge for the semi-finals comes from the premium luxury, beauty and personal care product Dove. With an increase in consumer spending on premium beauty and personal care, Dove is looking to capitalize and earn a greater market share across products. The brand is now looking to cross-sell and increase share of Dove products used within a household. With rising growth and expenditure in the premium luxury beauty and personal care space in India, this segment has seen major international brands come in and stake claim. However, despite stringent competition, Dove, one of Unilever's leading brands globally with a presence in 80 countries worldwide and a distinct range of superior products, enjoys leading positions in the premium skin and hair cleansing categories in India. Dove was launched in India in 1993. The brand has grown at 45% annually in the last 5 years, fueled by hair, skin cleansing and skincare categories. Dove has since enjoyed unprecedented success and become one of the fastest growing hair brands in India. Its core advertising proposition and unique premium positioning has ensured its leading position in the hair and skin cleansing markets. The challenge for the brand and now for the teams is to develop a marketing strategy to cross-sell and increase penetration, leveraging on other Dove products across categories and indicate a plan that would catapult Dove to a Euro 500 million brand by the year 2016. That definitely looks like an exciting challenge from Dove. But before we move on to the presentations by our teams, let's meet our jury panel for the day. From CNBC TV 18, we have Anant Rangaswamy. From HUL, we have George Koshi, General Manager for Personal Wash. And from HUL again, Mr. Vikramjit Singh, Category Head for Skin Cleansing, South Asia. The first team that's making an attempt to crack the marketing case study by Dove is Team Troika from IIM Lucknow. Welcome team, you know the rules. You'll have 3 minutes to present. After that, we'll sound a buzzer. That indicates the end of your time. And this will be followed by a Q&A session with the jury. All the best, guys. The floor's open to you and your time starts now.
The apparent reason for a consumer to use beauty product is to maintain hygiene, address skin or hair issues and look good. However, the underlying motivation is different. All consumers link beauty products directly with confidence and good personality. This definition of personality for all women includes 3 aspects: the way you look, the way you dress and the way you talk. With this in place, we went ahead with the understanding of the consumer perception about the soap and shampoo category. Soap is a low involvement product for the consumers. Consumer consider it not as a beauty product, but just as a cleansing agent with no or little additional benefits. As such, the consumer display high variety seeking behavior in the soap category. Shampoo is a relatively high involvement product. It is considered as a specialist in addressing hair issues with no competition from other products such as conditioners. Consumer consider Dove soap as a high premium, good quality product with moisturizing and as additional benefit. However, as it is not considered as a specialist in delivering these benefits, it is not completely associated with beauty. So even in case of Dove soap, the variety seeking behavior of consumer is evident. In case of Dove shampoo, consumer display peculiar behavior. A woman consumer identifies and categorizes her hair problems on her own with no external consultations. We identified 3 broad issues to increase cross-selling and drive growth across categories. First, increase consumer involvement in the Dove soap category. Second, help the consumer identify the exact nature of their problem at the need of arousal stage. And lastly, address the identified primary needs of the consumer. These issues will be tackled in 2 stages. Stage 1, offer Dove soap and Dove body lotion as a complete nourishment solution for soft, smooth and glowing skin. Communicate to the consumer that using both of these products together will give the best results. Stage 2, offer Dove personality packages for the consumers. Go for tie-up with companies such as UCB. Create Dove affiliated regular salons across India. The salon would use exclusive Dove products. The salon beautician will identify the exact nature of consumer's problem and help them choose the right Dove product. Year 1, we target a network of 491 affiliated saloons in Tier 1 such as Mumbai and Delhi by 2014. By 2015, we target around 1878 saloons in Tier 2 cities such as Lucknow and Nagpur. And by 2016, we expect a network of 2743 saloons in Tier 3 cities such as Jaipur and Patna. To design the media strategy, the factors influencing the purchase and media sources were found out across the life stages and stage of purchase behavior. Need arousal stage. Below 30 women spend maximum on hair, while post 30 the attention shifts to the skin. Information search stage across all life stages. Friends and mothers and word of mouth are the prominent influencers. Social media is important for below 30. These insights were used to design the communication strategies.
How do you see this kind of resource-intensive Dove Salon network coming on top of the current work that we are doing on the
One more question to add on to this. Are you recommending that along with hair, we use other categories also in the salon?
Sir, to answer your question, first of all, we are saying that consumers perceive the Dove products as the best quality products. But what we said was the issue was in the consumer behavior. At the need arousal stage itself, the consumer was identifying the problem wrongly. We are saying that if you introduce an influencer at the right stage, that influencer will ensure that the consumer uses the right Dove product. So if a consumer has a need for dandruff care products, she should use a dandruff care product.
That point is valid. I'm not debating on that point. I'm saying to create that infrastructure and back end, you literally need to move your resources from A to B. Are you suggesting a change of business model on Dove here?
And secondly, just to add on to one more question, if you look across salons, other brands like L'Oreal, etc., you have a separate expertise range. Consumers don't want to be using the same product that you're getting in a retail shelf to go and spend money on it in a salon, right? So that's the first problem. The second one is, how does it work across other Dove categories? And secondly, from a consumer standpoint, what additionally are you delivering to? These are all products which are available in the Kirana store next door. So why should she go to a salon, pay that money, and as an organization, we bear all the cost of maintaining such a salon?
So first of all, these salons are not maintained by Dove. These salons are independent salons. The existing salon network, the regular salons that the consumers visit, we are suggesting that you should affiliate with those salons, not create a new salon network. And second of all, from our insights, we found out that consumers said that if we are satisfied with one of the products of a brand, we would use the same product of the other brand. So what you are saying is,
by what you are saying, they should have no problem. All consumers who are happy with soap should be buying all other Dove products.
So consumers are happy with soap. So I would come to that your question later. But first of all,
take it in the same breath. You're saying you're happy with one, you'll be happy with all.
So
you saw only 1/3 of the soap users use a shampoo. In the case study, it was right?
So first of all, soap is a low involvement product, sir. Even though the consumers are happy with the product, they show high variety seeking behavior. They don't associate soap really with beauty. They say that, okay, soap is a cleansing agent, and Dove offers a moisturizing property with soap, but that is still considered inferior to what maybe a body lotion would offer. So the consumers have variety seeking behavior and not a high involvement behavior in this. And to answer your question, sir, we are not saying that use other categories of products also in the salons. We are saying that the hair category is the most important category because consumers below the age of 30 focus most on hair. And even after the research that we did, we found out that in the salons.
Again, the same question, the same products which they are available in a regular shop, why would you go to even if it's an affiliated salon, why would you go there, pay money to get the same shampoo on your hair which is available for a much lower cost in a shop next to you?
So it won't be available at a higher cost. It would be available at the same cost.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying, but why would a consumer...
That makes it even more redundant, right? Why would you buy the same thing from salon?
It's just a matter of which point of sale you prefer. She can purchase either from a retail shop or she can purchase, the consumers haven't shown any preference.
With that, it's time to take a short break. You're watching LIIM Season 5, the semi-finals from the CNBC TV 18 studio in Mumbai. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're watching Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 5, the very first of the semi-finals this season. It's now time to call on our second semi-finalist team, the team from FMS Delhi, Team Nimbu Marke. All right, team, it's now time to buckle up. You already know the rules. You'll have 3 minutes to present. After that, we'll sound a buzzer. That indicates the end of your time, and this will be followed by a Q&A session from the jury. All the best, and your time starts now.
We spoke to consumers and experts to understand the personal care segment. Consumers buy body care for generic needs like cleansing and smell, typically depicting a routinized buying behavior. Loyalty is high for specific benefits like germ-free from Dettol or Lifebuoy and moisturizing from Nivea or Dove. Dove is synonymous to Ek Chauthai moisturizer, which is the biggest purchase driver. Hair care, on the other hand, is a very different category, where consumer purchase is largely problem-solution driven. Consumers buy based on experience. Loyalty is high, especially for attribute leaders like Head & Shoulders in the dandruff segment. For consumers, Dove shampoo has a slightly unclear image. The uptake of Dove is experience-driven. When probed further, consumers implicitly draw a parallel to moisturizing attribute from soap for shampoo as well. Consumers use face wash for generic benefits like cleansing and specific benefits like oil control or acne. The awareness for Dove brand in this category is low. Consumers buy deodorants based on a preference for smell in addition to personality and point of sale. Dove Deo is synonymous to whitening and has successfully created a niche segment for itself. Purchase of lotions is driven by the functional utility of moisture and softness. Awareness for Dove is low in this category as well.
So the marketing problem that we observed was that Dove is not able to successfully cross-sell these categories. That is, being a Dove soap user, nothing compels me to buy the Dove shampoo. Dove, the brand, is not a strong enough driver for purchase, primarily because Dove only provides attribute-specific benefits which are not transferable across these diverse categories. So we used a hierarchical value mapping to understand what benefits would be relevant across these categories. And what we saw was that though attribute and functional motives may vary, consumers at the core use these products to feel good about themselves. Hence, our strategy is to create a positioning for the master brand centered around feeling good about yourself.
This positioning of feeling good about yourself will be implemented in two stages. First, communicating it, and second, providing opportunities to consumer to try products across categories. Our 360-degree campaign, Love Yourself, Dove Yourself, is designed to do just that. Media vehicles like television, print, outdoor will be used to remind her of things she loved to do and of her being Seema and not just Mrs. Sharma. To promote cross-selling through sales promotion techniques, we suggest couponing on related product categories and free trial packs at Lakme salons. At point of sale, she can create her own Dove hamper from Dove-dedicated standees and racks to reinforce the master brand's visibility. Such hampers can also be ordered or gifted online. Our social media strategy revolves around compelling our offline trial customers to come online, engaging with them through social media, and incentivizing sales online. Our master brand strategy, executed through Love Yourself, Dove Yourself, will help brand Dove become a reason for purchase across categories. Thank you.
What is your recommendation in terms of communication? With everything move to Love Yourself, Dove Yourself campaign? Or the individual identity of each subcategory, like you said, whitening for deos, moisturizing for soaps, hair fall or damage repair for shampoos, would that also stand on its own and kept getting communicated?
So the entire strategy of Love Yourself, Dove Yourself is centered around the master brand concept, where we're trying to build an image for Dove as a brand. However, each category, as we've seen, requires different needs and has different attributes. So we'll continue communication across those attributes. This is a more long-term plan to explain what Dove stands for. So globally, if you see, Dove has done the Real Beauty campaign, something which brings an essence to the brand Dove, independent of what each category is saying. So Dove soap still stands for moisturizer, but Dove as a brand stands for something more than just moisturizing.
So that's the entire layer on top of the individual vertical.
Yes, so this is basically a layer which connects those individual categories to some extent.
And what percentage of spends would you recommend saying between the master brand and each of the individual brands?
Right now, since it's a new campaign, it's a new concept you bring in, right now put a lot of money here and then overall maintain a lower level. So for example, say if you have about 80 or 70% of your communication in individual categories, all put together cumulatively, about 20% of the communication should be about Dove in the long run. Right now, it should be higher to get that into the consumer's mind first.
So some amount of burst advertising right now.
80 on the vertical and 20 on master brand.
I am saying
in the longer run, probably.
Longer run, right now, probably a 40 or 40 to 50 on the master brand, because it has to stick. It has to happen.
Do you think a campaign like this would be relevant at this stage? And I'll take three categories: face wash, deodorant, and lotions.
Right.
Where the big challenges for the category itself is dramatically underpenetrated, right? So let me just complete my question, right? The second one, what you're talking about is saying even for Dove brand, which Dove soaps, which started off as sort of the core in a way of Dove, even its image is getting diffused, right? So is it the right time to be investing? Maybe in markets where Dove is a far bigger brand, more established across all categories, maybe it makes sense to dial up investment on Dove. What is the value that this brings in currently for Dove?
So the entire idea of doing this right now is that as Dove develops newer categories in the Indian market, each category is communicating a different meaning or a different attribute. So what is happening to the overall brand when shampoo says damage therapy and soap says moisturizing, there's some sort of a confusion in the consumer's mind as to what Dove stands for. So it's important to probably communicate that brand essence right now. But having said that, since there are three categories which are still developing, we've also mentioned that this entire strategy of rolling out a master brand would help boost these strategies and help increase trial trials in these 3 new strategies. The way that Dove has moved, trials has been the way you've acquired customers. So in order to get those customers to use those 3 strategies, probably leverage on the master brand concept and strengthen them as well.
And so just to add, so in a brand extension, typically it's either bottom up or top down. Top down as in concept based or bottom up with attribute based. In this case, since you have 2 already and you're adding more, it's very important for Dove to be top down, wherein Dove should stand for a concept which will then also go to these categories.
Thank you, FMS Delhi.
Thank you so much.
With that, it's now time for another short break. On the other side, the team from IIM Calcutta presents their solution to the jury. You're watching Lime Season 5, the semi-finals. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're watching Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 5, the first semi-final round from the CNBC TV 18 studio in Mumbai. The final team to present today is the team from IIM Calcutta, Team Marketing. Team, you know the rules. You'll have 3 minutes to present. After that, we sound a buzzer. That indicates the end of your time, and this will be followed by a Q&A session with the jury. All the best, guys. Your time starts now.
Our marketing objective is to make Dove a Euro 500 million brand in India by 2016 by reinforcing value proposition and driving category penetration. We captured consumer insights from FGDs, IDIs, and opinions from doctors, beauty experts, and academicians. In the skincare segment, our major insights are: 1. Experimentation starts in late teens and stabilizes to habit formation by late 30s, the 2 spaces where Dove can anchor its products. 2nd, Dove's high brand loyalty leads to a highly forgiving attitude. In the hair care segment, our major insights are: 1. Users adopt a very cautious approach to experimentation, which results in tendency of going back to the anchor brand. 2nd, brand equity is the biggest factor that can result in experimentation. Across the categories, the biggest influences for purchase intent are "it suits me" and "mother as an expert."
To anchor Dove at an early age, we propose to create television commercials harping on the mother being proud of her daughter, both Dove women. To enhance talkability about being proud to be a Dove woman, we propose expert advice on Facebook, YouTube ads on Dove Suits Me philosophy, and creating a Dove Woman legacy blog. Also, a Facebook campaign on how I met Dove to emphasize on anchoring Dove in daily life and sharing the significant difference in first use to increase experimentation. For distribution, we propose increasing visibility with separate shelves for Dove products at point of sale, bundling products to increase cross-selling, and increasing experimentation through trials and smaller SKUs.
This Dove woman will take Dove to a 384 million euro brand. We still need to cover 116 million. Most of the women have used Dove at least once, and they know it for softness. So, Baby Dove is the logical extension with a growing market of 13% and an opportunity to link it with Project Sunlight. Consumer insights show that skin is most visible and sensitive part of the baby. Parents are unwilling to compromise, and they need to make baby kits more compact. Our central theme would be purity and gentle care, where we enjoy immense brand credibility. We are developing products in soap, hair and body wash combined, and body lotion category with ultra-sensitive and Mother Nature variants. Focus of our campaign would be first joys of motherhood, which signifies purity of feelings and purity of Dove. Babycare.com, which is already owned by Unilever, will act as a platform for the same, and activities like parenting awards and expert advice. This will add another 25 millions to the brand. To bridge the remaining gap, we propose to bring Dove Men Plus Care to India, which has a 600 million euros market and a growing market of 21%. We'll target men over 30 years with a super premium positioning and a value proposition of intense care for tortured skin and hair. Focused promotion in these 3 categories would see Dove India reach its target.
One, I'm not clear on what the Dove woman is. What is the point about the Dove woman? Secondly, you're talking about, a daughter's best friend, the Dove woman, right? I'm saying, like you said, when people are experimentative, they're getting into the category. I wouldn't want to use the same product that my mother is using.
So what we found out from the consumer insights was that initially, in a family, so the woman makes the decisions as to what products are to be used. And when a girl actually, gets a little independent in terms of, when she starts earning.
She first wants to use what her mother is not using.
No, not necessarily. That is not the case. Yeah, okay. So that is something interesting we found out.
So when was this? At what age does this happen?
So usually in the late teens. So
what is late teens?
In the late teens, a daughter normally want to do what the mother does.
Yeah, she would want to experiment.
What age is that? What late teens is?
18, 20. Yeah.
18,
so that is when it starts. So the basic idea was that when you go on experimenting, so you always have this anchor product in mind which you used with your family. So say the experiment goes well, okay, I'll probably move on to that new product. Or if it fails on any issue, so I'll go back to this anchor product. So our idea is that, capture this anchor product. That if you get to this anchor product, then, that brand recall is there.
Sorry, I'm just clear not on what the Dove woman, is she an aspirational, what are the values that the Dove woman...
Yeah, so the way we viewed it was, so Dove, the woman has to be individual and independent. The moment you start talking about family or the daughter, it acts as a bond. I mean, it's like a shackle for her. So instead of talking of the mother-daughter bond per se, we are talking about the friendship that they share. As in the mother who plays as an expert.
It's still mother-daughter, but the friendship part of the relation.
We are focusing on the friendship relation.
So the fact is the mother acts as an expert in this decision-making process.
But increasingly in personal care, the way the fashion beauty trends are going, don't you think his daughter is becoming the new gatekeeper to what personal care products come to home instead of the mother?
Yeah, so there is a slight difference across product categories. For example, when it comes to skincare, so people are more experimental. As in, if a new product comes, they're more prone to experimentation. That let us try this. But for hair care, they're very emotionally, bonded to this product.
I'm going to provoke you by saying there are lots of mothers who have never done anything for hair care except use oil. How can they be in any form or manner an expert to their daughters?
Yes, actually in this respect, our insights show that people whose mother have had a history of a family which has a high disposable income has already has a lot of product awareness and brand awareness as to the kind of products that are available in the market, and she has had her phase of experimentation then. And what probably you are talking about is more in the fact that the previous generation, the mother was from maybe a middle income or a lower middle income group, which was not very aware of the product as well.
Not at all. I'm not at all saying that.
This is something we found out. We conducted the interviews.
Tell me guys, sort of in, for girls in college, sort of would your other friends who might have tried many other brands, would they become a better source of information and trust, or your mother would have actually not tried so many things and brands in the past?
Yeah, so one drive behind experimentation, as in why would a person try a new product?
Actually, why don't you answer all the questions from your perspective? Why would you? Would you keep going to your mother for advice? I'm asking the question as direct as that. For hair and for your skin and so on. Would you go to your mother?
Yeah, so for hair care...
Answer yes or no.
Yes,
would you go to your mother?
For hair care, yes.
To your mother?
Yes.
Thank you, team. I request you to kindly step out while the jury deliberates and pens down the results. At the end of this first semi-finals round, this is where our teams stand. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Placed third is the team from IIM Calcutta with 11.9 points. Second is the team from IIM Lucknow with 13.8 points. And FMS Delhi has come first with 25.2 points. Congratulations, FMS Delhi. Well, that's a wrap on this episode of LIIM. Join us next week for the second semi-final round as 3 more teams from across the country face the same challenge on their journey to reach the grand finale. Until next week, goodbye and many thanks for watching.
Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.